Welcome to this tutorial on NumPy data types. In this video, we'll explore one of the most fundamental concepts in NumPy, the dtype or data type system. Understanding data types is crucial for writing efficient NumPy code and managing memory effectively in your data science projects. So, what exactly is dtype? Dtype, short for data type, defines the type of element stored in a NumPy array. It determines how data is interpreted and stored in memory. Think of it as a specification that tells NumPy whether your array contains integers, floating point numbers, Boolean values, or other types of data. This specification is critical because it affects both the performance and accuracy of your computations. NumPy organizes data types into four main categories. First, we have integer types for whole numbers without decimals, like 1, 2, or -5. Second, float types are used for numbers with decimal points, such as 3.14 or -2.5. Third, Boolean types represent true or false values, which are essential for logical operations. Finally, string types handle text and character data, allowing you to store and manipulate textual information in your arrays. Let's dive deeper into integer types. NumPy offers several integer types with different sizes. Int8 can store values from -128 to 127. Int16 ranges from -32,768 to +32,767. Int32 can hold approximately plus or minus 2.1 billion. Int64 extends this to plus or minus 9.2 quintillion. For unsigned integers, which only store positive values, uint8 ranges from 0 to 255, and uint16 goes from 0 to 65,535. Moving on to floating point types, these represent numbers with decimal precision. Float16 is half precision with 16 bits, useful when memory is limited. Float32 provides single precision with 32 bits, which is commonly used for general scientific computing. Float64 offers double precision with 64 bits, giving you higher accuracy for complex calculations. Float128 provides extended precision with 128 bits for situations requiring maximum numerical accuracy. Now let's see how to create arrays with specific data types. You can specify the dtype parameter during array creation. First, import NumPy as np, then create an array by calling np.array with your data and set the dtype parameter to your desired type, like int32. To verify the data type of your array, simply access the dtype attribute by printing r.dtype. This gives you complete control over how your data is stored. Sometimes you need to convert an existing array to a different data type. This is done using the astype method. For example, if you have a float array containing 1.5, 2.7, and 3.9, you can convert it to integers using r.astype with int32 as the parameter. The result will be an integer array with values 1, 2, and 3. Note that this conversion truncates the decimal parts rather than rounding them. Besides integers and floats, NumPy supports several other important data types. The bool type stores Boolean values, true or false, which are essential for conditional operations and masking. Complex 64 and complex 128 handle complex numbers, where each part uses 32 or 64 bits respectively. These are crucial for signal processing and scientific computations. The object type is a flexible option that can store Python objects like strings or mixed data types, though it's generally slower than native NumPy types. Understanding why dtype matters is crucial for effective NumPy programming. First, performance. Smaller data types use less memory and compute faster, which is critical for large datasets. Second, precision. Choosing the right data type lets you balance accuracy with memory usage for your specific calculations. Third, memory optimization. Using appropriate types can dramatically reduce storage requirements for large datasets, sometimes by half or more. Finally, data integrity. Explicitly specifying data types prevents unexpected type conversions that could introduce errors or precision loss in your computations. Here's the key takeaway from this tutorial. Understanding and choosing the right dtype helps you write efficient NumPy code with optimal memory usage and performance. By mastering data types, you gain control over how your data is stored and processed, leading to faster, more reliable scientific computing. Thank you for watching, and keep practicing with different data types to build your NumPy expertise.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.